Chibi Robo is Nintendo's most famous dead franchise. Okay, aside from those, but what caused this game to die out? What happened? Welcome to Video Game Graveyard, where we go into what happened to your favourite lost Nintendo franchises. Chibi Robo was originally developed by Konami, but after beta footage was shown, the whole project was quickly just abandoned. It wasn't until a fair few years later where this man, yes, specifically this one, saw the project and took it under his wing, forcing Nintendo to change it from the point-and-click style to more of a platform, but on the GameCube, meaning it looked absolutely disgusting. Actually, I kind of like the style graphics and find them kind of nostalgic. Shh. Honestly, this game is a fair bit different than what I was expecting going into it. I mean, if you ever walked into one of these Chibi Robo doors, yeah, utterly terrifying. In fact, this game is pretty dark overall. You end up looking after this family that's in massive debt, and the parents have a failing marriage. The child's become a mute, and in the end, the wife locks herself in the kitchen and threatens divorce. What were you doing? At night, this whole situation gets a lot less dark. Instead of dealing with this broken down family, you go and deal with these toys that come alive at night. They're totally not ripping off another popular media franchise. The toys add a lot of the charm to this game, as well as the majority of the gameplay variation, as you'll be doing everything from hunting aliens with Drake Redcrest to fetch quests around the house. And well, it isn't that creepy overall, except for the aliens. Good God, why are there aliens here? They're terrifying. The game is funny though. The daughter has decided she's not going to speak anymore and is going to pretend to be a frog. And the father just wants to spend all his money on toys, something every Nintendo fan can relate to. See, this game looks really interesting, like something the average Nintendo fan would have really enjoyed. It just released too late, and instead of doing what Animal Crossing did, where it left the dead console for the next generation, Chibi Robo didn't do that, and just died a slow death on forgotten GameCube hardware. But why did it do this? Was it A, it required a standard GameCube controller to work? Was it B, it was so incredibly hardware specific that porting it off of the GameCube would have been entirely impossible? Or B, it wasn't actually made by Nintendo, so they cheaped out and didn't port it? That's right, it was C! Nintendo cheapskated a second party project and didn't get anywhere near the sales they wanted, and then blamed the character for it. Which is a shame, this game had a lot of potential, but the game did sell enough for sequels, so surely they did better with those, right? We did get a few sequels on the DS. For example, we had Chibi Robo Park Patrol. Now this is a chance for the franchise to shine. It's launching like right in the height of the popularity for the DS, and it shakes up the gameplay a little bit. It takes Chibi Robo to a park. This looks good! I mean, the story follows Sergeant Smuggler and his minions, the Smugglings, in an attempt to destroy a park. But the main company that released Chibi Robo, Citrus Soft, released Blooming Chibi Robo, which is like an outdoor model thing, and they were sending them off to parks. This is definitely a tax write-off scheme or something. This is shady as all hell. But when you arrive at this park, it's pretty dull, decrepit, but you know, it's your job to clear it up, and you can customize it a hell of a lot, and it ends up feeling quite relaxing to a large park. The game's fun. I enjoyed it. There's also a town you can go to recruit other people, and this is where the whole gameplay of the toys and a lot of the story comes in, because unlike the original Chibi Robo, this one is a lot less story driven, and it's nowhere near as dark. Apart from the Sergeant Smuggler storyline of, ooh, I love smog, you know, it doesn't really get past there. Overall, this game's a really good sequel, but why did it fail? Well, you see, it was released exclusively in Walmart, and to make things worse, it came out the day after The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. Zelda game, Chibi Robo. Like seriously, Zelda game, Chibi Robo, which one are you gonna pick up? A franchise that no one's really heard of, or the equivalent of Breath of the Wild for the DS. You know, it didn't stand a chance. But around this time, we had yet another attempt for Chibi Robo on another successful Nintendo platform. Around this time, Nintendo was re-releasing GameCube games on the Wii, which meant the original game had a chance on other platforms. They were releasing Mario Sports games, and just a bunch of really cool stuff. We even had Pikmin and the Metroid Prime series come over from the GameCube onto the Wii. Do you know what was the only game not to leave Japan? That's right, Chibi Robo. They really had a chance here and they screwed it up. Come on Nintendo, you were this close. This close. This would have been such a great step forward to Chibi Robo, and it would have taken it from a franchise no one's really heard of to a much bigger Nintendo mainstay, quite possibly. But they just kept screwing it up with this poor teeny robot. By this time, it was too late for Chibi Robo. The writing was on the wall. With the release of Chibi Robo Clean Sweep, the last game on DS, they'd finally lost the last original member of the development team, and Skip was bleeding staff fast. This resulted in a Chibi Robo AR game on the 3DS eShop that was fun, but lacked a lot of the same charm and feel. And then we got Chibi Robo Ziplash. Yeah, Chibi Robo Ziplash just was not good. It had some fun to be had. I personally enjoyed the demo, but when I played the full game, it just didn't improve on the first level. But there was potential here. If this wasn't developed by a handful of people who didn't really know what made Chibi Robo, then maybe we could have got something really special. But as it stands, this really was the last chance for Chibi Robo. Skip was on the verge of bankruptcy, and after the release and subsequent tank of this game, they haven't really produced anything. I think we can successfully say that Chibi Robo is now successfully a dead franchise. Cause of death, Nintendo mismanaging the series. Rest in peace, little Robo. Rest in peace.